Hello, just ignore that little bit over there. Welcome everybody to the video on the protesting over the problems that we have encountered before. So before anything happens, just saying hello. This is the first video I've ever published. Thank you so much. Okay, so there's a couple of things that have been happening. First, let me talk about a couple of things. There is some acts that have been published for the last 200 years that are supposed to be protecting the environment, from corporations destroying the environment, deforestation, cutting logs, and all that. These are also, as you probably know, them as natural preserves. The biggest one, most famous one so far is, Yellowstone National Park. And Yellowstone is, it's just a big park, holds nature, prevents, hunting and such things. And these parks have been founded by a lot of people for, a long time. The first person has been Theodore Roosevelt. He's very popular on preserving nature and such things. So, lately, ever since the election of, President Trump, there has, he has tried very, very hard to remove some of these acts because he wants to make way for new businesses and such things, because one of his biggest slogans was to end the unemployment of the United States. So by taking away the restriction of natural conservation, he can just go ahead and do whatever he wants with all the environment. So another big thing that's happened so far is last year, when President Obama was still in office, he was one of the doing a pretty big movement on preserving a lot of nature, and mostly he was like the stream. One of these acts had been the stream buffer rule, which prevented businesses from dumping waste on the environment, or rivers and all that, and so that they would contaminate the environment. And that's something that prevented that sort of thing. Now he has been really now after his second term ended, Trump, he's trying very hard to remove these things. He's really trying hard so that they can make more business. And one example you might have seen in the news before: the coal business. The coal business has been probably close to the #1 business a long time ago, and the reason, not that long ago actually, and the reason it is because coal was the #1 source of combustible of energy, because you burn coal, it makes smoke turns mechanical movements and scientists and stuff like that, and it makes electricity, and it would generate a lot of power. So coal used to be the biggest source of power, and there was a lot of demand for it. But over the time, coal was, and a lot of other fossil fuels had been certified as being dangerous to the environment. That's bad, and because that meant that hurt the environment, and that would so they started making the renewable resources, such as wind turbines, dams, solar panels, and other things as such, that have been replacing that. And so the coal business has slowly declined, and it's almost only used for recreational use now, for say heating a stove or barbecue and stuff like that. And we need to try to be able to help this out, because this has been a very major problem. Just stalling to find the button. So, yeah. These acts do certain things, say the conservation acts. A lot of things they do is they'll protect the environment. As you can see, these beautiful trees and this grass. So now that we can have gardens, we can have grass, we can survive and have fun, recreation, and all that. And so now if we was to increase the use of a lot of fossil fuels, that means that we can't have such things as we can't have as many things as these because just talk. The pollution would just end everything. It would decrease a lot of these amazing things. So we need to be able to defend our environments and our gardens. Why am I assuming? Sorry. So we need to try and be able to protect this. So we need to work hard, work against the wasting of such resources. We need to be able to save it, because if not, we can't have wonderful things such as these and these. So we need to try to end this problem. And I know there's not much we can do. We can only, like, say, protest and all that, and that only does minimal work usually. So let's try to actually ourselves do something to this problem, and let us protect the environment ourselves. Try to do the best we can out of it. And well, and even though it's not a law, even though it's not part of the law, so we can do it and all that. Just because that's a thing, doesn't mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean you can really do it. Doesn't mean it's moral to do it. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. So please just try to protect the environment as best as you can.